Hey YouTube, it's Zoe, or Read by Zoe, and today I'm going to do the book sacrifice tag, which is very old. I think it's a couple years old, but I just decided to do it. I have been watching a few of these videos lately, and it seemed like a cool thing to do, so I'm a couple years late, but here I am. This tag gives you a couple of different scenarios where you would have to sacrifice a book. Let's go! Scenario number 1 is for an overhyped book. There is a zombie apocalypse. Oh no, zombies, oh no! But the only way you can destroy the zombie is if you chuck an overhyped book at them. That's the only way you can kill them, apparently. With paper cuts, I guess? Maybe. Who knows what zombies like and don't like? Well, my overhyped book is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. Ooh. I just thought this was okay, and I didn't really feel like continuing on with the rest of the series. I just finished the book and was like, I'm okay with not knowing how the story ends up. I didn't find Ruby to be a very appealing main character. I thought it was a really interesting premise. I love superpowers. I think that's such, that's my thing. I love superpowers, but I didn't really enjoy the rest of the plot of the book. So this is my overhyped book, and I will be throwing it at zombies, but luckily there are no zombies around, so I don't actually have to dent this book. Scenario number 2 is for a sequel, and in this scenario you were just coming out of the hair salon with a smashing new hairdo, and then it starts downpouring, torrential downpour. Which sequel would you take out of your bag and put over your head to protect your haircut, but to destroy the sequel, the terrible sequel? And for this, it is the sequel to Matched by Ali Condi. The sequel is named Crossed, but I unhauled that earlier this summer, so I don't have it anymore. I really enjoyed the first book. I thought it was so interesting. It's about the society where they match you up with your husband and your wife, and they tell you how many kids you're going to have, what job you're going to have. They tell you everything. They dictate your entire life. They even tell you when you're going to die, which is scary. It was a really good first book, but the second book, she's just walking around like a desert. What? Like, nothing happened. I only got halfway through the book and I had to put it down. I tried to read it several times and I always got back to the same point, exactly in the middle of the book, and then I just gave up. So I don't feel bad at all sacrificing it to the rain gods, but I unhauled it, so I don't have it anymore. Scenario number 3 is for a classic, and in this scenario you are just lounging in English class, probably eating some lunch or playing Angry Birds or something like that, and suddenly your English teacher starts talking about this classic that you hated but he loved. He's talking on and on about how it revolutionized literature and how it's the best book that has ever been written, and you get so upset that you chuck the classic right into his face. It's worth the tension. Nothing's really worth the tension, let's be honest. Tension, no, not for me, but in this case it's worth the tension. Which classic is it? It is Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. I've talked about this several times. This is one of my least favorite books ever. I just thought it was bad. I didn't like it. I didn't get anything out of this book. I was so bored throughout all of it. I never got that particular thing that made everyone go crazy about it. I hated his writing style. I hated how in one sentence he was saying 14 different things by saying one thing. Luckily it's pretty small, so it wouldn't do a lot of damage to my English teacher's face, but I still would get detention. The last scenario, which is scenario number 4, is for your least favorite book ever. So you were stuck in a library and then BAM! There's the apocalypse. Oh no! It's a frozen tundra outside. Everything's getting cold. It's like the day after tomorrow, and you have to burn a book to save your life and get some warmth back into your body. Which book would you run to and wouldn't feel any remorse about burning? And this, my least favorite book of all time, I don't think I have a least favorite book of all time, because if I don't like a book, I'm not going to finish it. But the least favorite book that I've read lately is Being Audrey Hepburn by Mitchell Kriegman. I gave this 2 out of 5 stars. I felt like Mitchell Kriegman, who is a middle-aged man, was trying way too hard to be a youthful girl teenager, and it was not working for me at all. Also, there's very little Audrey Hepburn in this book. Even though the cover has a girl who looks like Audrey Hepburn, the back has a picture of Audrey Hepburn, the title has the words Audrey Hepburn in it. There was like 0% Audrey Hepburn. He also used a lot of texting language and a lot of language that wasn't even real texting language. He just made it up. I don't even know anyone my age who uses texting language. Like, who uses all of these abbreviations? I use like OMG sometimes. He even shortened words that shouldn't be shortened. He shortened the word says, like S-A-Y-S, to S-E-Z. No! It was really painful to get through, and I didn't even like the romance or anything in it. I didn't like the main character. So those are the books that I would sacrifice off of my bookshelf, and one of the books isn't even on my bookshelf because I already got rid of it. I already sacrificed it to my used bookstore. I hope I didn't offend any of you by sacrificing one of your favorite books. It's probably The Darkest Minds, to be honest. I probably sacrificed that book and all of you love it. I'm sorry. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later. Bye!